You're a student, your time is limited, and you want to make $10,000 without destroying your grades. In this video, I'm going to give you a clear step-by-step plan that actually fits student life. You'll learn a simple system that uses a predictable base income, one higher-paying skill, and a few quick cash spikes to push you over the $10,000 mark. I'll walk you through exact weekly targets, how to price your work, how to get your first paying clients in 2 weeks, and a 90-day roadmap you can copy. Let's get into it. Before we start, 2 quick notes. First, this is practical, not hype. We're aiming for consistent wins you can stack week after week. Second, always check your local rules for work hours, visas, taxes, and platform policies. I'm not giving legal or tax advice. With that said, we can use conservative numbers and still reach $10,000 in a reasonable time frame. The simplest way to think about this goal is weekly math. To reach $10,000 in about 9 to 12 months, you're aiming for roughly $200 to $250 per week after basic fees. Some weeks will be higher, some lower, but the average is what matters. Here's the framework. Part 1 is your base, a predictable source of income that takes 8 to 10 hours per week. Think campus jobs, retail shifts, library assistant roles, or remote customer support. Your base is not about getting rich. It's about stability and peace of mind. When your basic costs are covered, you negotiate better and you avoid desperate choices. Part 2 is your premium, one specific skill you sell for higher pay per hour. This could be tutoring, video editing, graphic design, writing, coding, language lessons, or data cleanup. You commit to one premium path for at least 90 days. Specialization beats randomness. Part 3 is the spike. Short bursts of cash you can trigger when you need a balance boost. Flipping textbooks and electronics, paid user research, seasonal event work, or a short campaign for a local business. Spikes aren't your foundation, but they push you over the top. Base for stability, premium for acceleration, spike for momentum. Let's turn that into a week that fits student life. Choose one of these patterns. Pattern A, 10 hours base, 4 hours premium, 1 to 2 hours spike. Pattern B, 8 hours base, 6 hours premium, 1 hour spike. Pattern C, during exam season, lower everything by 30 to 40% and ramp up during breaks. Assign specific time blocks in your calendar, 2 or 3 fixed base shifts, 2 deep work blocks for premium delivery, and 1 small window for spike activities like listing items for sale or completing a well-paid study. Protect your study time first, then place work around it. Your base should be predictable, low stress, and friendly to your brain. If you can choose, prefer roles where you stand, move, or do routine tasks, rather than heavy cognitive work that competes with your classes. The goal is calm, not chaos. How to get a base quickly. Write a short direct message you can reuse, your class schedule, which days you're available, and a line that shows reliability. Tell them you're willing to take early morning or late evening shifts if that helps. Apply to 5 to 10 roles in one sitting. If you go remote, target entry-level customer support or content moderation, and be upfront about the exact hours you can commit. Once you have the base, keep it. It's your safety net. Now, the engine that pushes you toward $10,000, your premium skill. Pick just one for the next 90 days. 3 strong options for students are tutoring, freelancing, and language services. I'll walk you through each. Option A, tutoring. This is perfect if you've already mastered a subject or recently passed an exam with a top grade. Package matters more than raw talent. Offer a short diagnostic, a simple plan, weekly sessions, and a progress check-in. Start with 3 pilot students at a discounted rate in exchange for testimonials. Parents and students want proof that you show up on time, explain clearly, and track progress. Give them that, and your schedule fills. How to get your first tutoring clients fast. Make a 1-page document that says who you help, the outcomes you focus on, your availability, your rate, and 2 or 3 bullet points about your approach. Share it in relevant student groups. Message classmates who are 1 year below you, and ask professors or teaching assistants if there's a bulletin board or mailing list where tutoring is allowed. Keep your first sessions structured. 5 minutes for goals, 40 minutes of teaching, 5 minutes to summarize homework and next steps. That simple structure builds trust. Option B, freelancing. Choose the tiny niche. Video editor is vague. I turn raw phone footage into 30 to 60-second ads for mobile apps is clear. Writer is vague. I rewrite confusing app onboarding screens so users actually finish setup is clear. The narrower your promise, the easier it is for a client to say yes. You'll need 3 assets: a short portfolio, a compelling offer, and a fast delivery system. For portfolio pieces, you can use mock projects. Just make them look real. For your offer, define 3 packages with clear deliverables and turnaround times. For delivery, create templates, a kickoff questionnaire, a checklist for each job, and a final handoff message that asks for a testimonial if they're happy. Your first 5 to 10 reviews are more valuable than the money from those jobs because they unlock better clients at better rates. Option C, language services. If you're bilingual, you can offer translation, transcription, or accent coaching. Package it like the tutoring model: a diagnostic, a plan, weekly sessions, and a progress summary. Clients pay for structure and momentum, not just minutes on a call. A lot of students underprice because they ignore fees and time. Your rule is simple: price for your net hourly, not the headline number. If a platform takes a cut, include that in your package price. If 15 minutes of messaging is required before you start, that time counts. If revisions are common, build 1 revision into the price and charge for additional rounds. Here's a practical way to set your starting price. Decide your target net hourly. Say $25 to $30 per hour for premium work at the beginning. Estimate the real time to complete 1 package, including messaging and revisions, maybe 90 minutes. That means your starting price should land around $40 to $50 for that package. If your delivery becomes faster, your net hourly goes up without changing the headline price. As you collect testimonials, raise rates in small, confident steps, 10 to 25%. Every 5 5-star reviews, revisit your pricing. Keep your base steady while your premium climbs. Spikes are the short sprints that push you over the $10,000 line when you need a lift. Choose 1 or 2 you actually enjoy. Flipping textbooks and electronics. Timing is everything. Target move-out weeks, exam transitions, and the start of each term. Clean items. Photograph them in good light. Write clear titles and list them on the weekend when more buyers browse. Start by flipping what you understand: your major's textbooks and the devices students actually use. Your goal isn't gigantic margins. It's speed and volume with modest, reliable profits. Paid user research and testing. The trick here is to be selective. Focus on studies that pay sensibly for the time. Keep your webcam mic in a quiet room ready. Answer honestly, think out loud when asked, and follow instructions. Treat it like a filler slot between classes, not a main income stream. Seasonal or event-based bursts. Conferences, open days, festivals, or sports events near your campus can pay well for a weekend or 2. If you enjoy people and logistics, grab these when they fit your schedule. They're short, intense, and done. Short campaigns for local businesses. Offer a simple 30-day package, like creating and scheduling 8 social posts, shooting a handful of short clips, or cleaning up a Google business profile. Keep it tight, deliver on time, and ask for a testimonial. 1 small campaign can equal several weeks of your base job. Let's make the numbers real. Here are 2 sample paths. Conservative path, over 12 months. Base job brings in $150 per week on average. Premium work adds $120 to $180. Spikes add $40 to $80 occasionally. Your weekly average lands around $300 to $400. Over a year, that clears $10,000 even with breaks for exams and holidays. Faster path, over 8 to 9 months. Base remains similar. Premium climbs to $250 per week as your rates rise and your delivery gets faster. Spikes contribute $100 during active months. Now your weekly average is $400 to $550. Multiply that by 35 weeks, and you've crossed the line with margin to spare. The point isn't to chase the biggest week. It's to make the average week good. Here's a 2-week plan you can execute immediately. Day 1. Decide your premium. Pick tutoring, freelancing, or language services and commit for 90 days. Day 2. Define your offer, who you help, what you deliver, how long it takes, what it costs, and when you're available. Day 3. Create 3 portfolio pieces or a 4-week tutoring outline. Keep it simple, clean, and specific. Day 4. Write your outreach message, 2 short paragraphs and 3 bullet points. Save it as a template. Day 5, 6. Publish 2 offers on relevant platforms or community spaces. Day 7. Ask for 3 pilot clients at a discount in exchange for public testimonials. Day 8, 10. Deliver fast. Communicate clearly, summarize next steps, and request feedback. Day 11. Raise your rate slightly if results and feedback are strong. Day 12. List 10 items for sale or complete a well-paid user research session. Day 13. Apply for 2 base roles that match your schedule. Day 14. Review your numbers, hours worked, money earned, what felt draining, and what felt energizing. Keep what worked, cut what didn't. The 90-day roadmap. Days 1 to 30. Lock in your base shifts. Deliver 10 to 15 premium sessions or projects. Build a testimonial wall. Just a folder with screenshots and names you have permission to use. Standardize your process with simple templates for proposals, lessons, or edits. Track your time and your income weekly. Days 31 to 60. Raise your prices by 15 to 25% if you're hitting deadlines and getting 5-star feedback. Scale your spike activity to a small, steady rhythm, like listing 10 items per week or doing 1 user research slot after a study block. Drop the lowest paying or most stressful activities and double down on what's working. Days 61 to 90. Create a simple referral loop. After a successful job, send 1 short message. If you know one person who would benefit from this, feel free to introduce us. Here's a sentence you can forward. Consider adding a content element you can maintain, short tips or quick explanations in your specialty to attract better clients, not to go viral. End day 90 with a pricing review and a schedule that protects your top earning hours. Students often ask, what do I actually write? Keep it short and specific. Here's a structure you can adapt. Paragraph 1, 1 sentence about who you help and the outcome. Paragraph 2, 1 sentence on your process and turnaround bullets. 3 points that reduce risk, revision policy, communication window, and a small sample or link to a portfolio. Close. A friendly line asking if they want a quick call or to start with a small paid test. Where to send it. Platforms that match your niche, relevant student or community groups where posting is allowed, and warm introductions from classmates, teaching assistants, or society leaders. 10 targeted messages beat 100 generic ones. Show up early. Restate the goal in your own words. Deliver on time. Summarize next steps. Ask for feedback with a single clear question. Is there anything you would change before we wrap? Then stop talking. When they say it's good, hand off the files, thank them, and ask permission to quote 1 sentence as a testimonial. Save every win. Create a small library of templates, your kickoff note, your delivery checklist, and your handoff message. The more consistent your system, the more money you earn per hour, without rushing. You don't need big speeches. Use 2 simple lines. If someone pushes on price, say, I can reduce the scope to fit that budget, or we can keep the scope and timeline at my standard rate. What works better? If someone asks for too much for free, say, that would be outside the package, but I can add it as an extra. Calm, clear, and kind. You'll be surprised how often people respect boundaries when you state them plainly. Your brain is your competitive advantage. Protect it. Group similar tasks together. Sessions on one day, deep work on another, messaging in a short window. Pick a stopping time each evening and keep it. Study first, then work. If your grades are dipping, scale back hours temporarily and repair your study system. Money matters, but failing a course costs more in time, tuition, and stress. There are some mistakes that you should avoid. Mistake 1, offering everything. 1 strong offer beats 5 weak ones. Mistake 2, ignoring net pay. Always calculate after fees and time. Mistake 3. Chasing only new clients. Past clients are easier to serve. Offer a maintenance package or a monthly check-in. Mistake 4. Inconsistent communication. Silence creates anxiety. Short updates create trust. Mistake 5. Waiting to be ready. You get ready by doing the first 3 paid jobs, not by reading more posts. Let's recap. You'll set up a base that makes life predictable. You'll choose one premium skill and focus on it for 90 days with tight packages, clear pricing, and fast delivery. You'll add spike activities for short bursts of cash when you want to clear the next milestone. You'll track your weekly average, not your best week. And every 30 days, you'll raise your rates a little as your results and reviews stack up. This approach is boring in the best way. It's stable, it compounds, and it respects your schedule as a student. $10,000 is not about a miracle gig. It's about a simple plan you can execute week after week with less stress and better grades. This is Biplane, the channel where we turn complex money and career ideas into simple step-by-step playbooks for students. If you want this to work, do 3 things today. Pick your premium path, write a 1-page offer, and send 10 targeted messages. Deliver your first paid job this week, then repeat. Give it 90 days and your reviews, skills, and bank balance will look very different. Subscribe to Biplane for weekly, no-fluff breakdowns on earning more, managing your money, and building practical skills that compound after graduation. Comment and tell me which premium path you're choosing: tutoring, freelancing, or language services. Share this with a classmate who needs a clear plan, and I'll see you in the next Biplane episode.